What is up, guys? EliteFourDan here, coming back at you with the very start of Season 5 of the APA. Before I jump into this, this is our team builder for our Week 2 match against Jock and the Dunfermline Decidue. Week 1, we actually got a forfeit from... who are we against? We're against the Miami Infernos, who are in our division. I don't know what to say about it. So he didn't. We tried to get the match played, we didn't get it played, and I got awarded the forfeit. So we go into the season 1-0 with a 3-point differential. So that's really good start for us. I'm not happy to take the win in that way, but there's nothing else I could have done. There's nothing else I could have done. I did everything possible to get that game played. So anyway, this match is going to go ahead. So here's our team builder for Jock. This is the new layout, by the way, guys. Let me know what you think. It doesn't really suit the team builder very well because like the actual Pokemon is like right on the edge here. I've kind of had to I've actually had to drag it across. Like if I drag it now, I can move it around. It's actually here. It should be like sitting here, but I'm going to sit it here so you can actually see what's going on. But anyway, let's jump into the team. Looking at it, we started off. I've had so much help throughout the whole draft and team building from Panther. A little bit of help from Cappy as well, Bandit Cappy, Corey in the draft too, so shout out to them for that. But Panther's been helping me team build, and there's so much more than I knew. The whole of last season and even like the half a season before that, I didn't know. There's so much. So we start off just by looking at the matchups, and we decided what we're going to bring. So first of all, we decided that Sun works really fucking well against Jock, and it could work really well for us. So we're bringing the Chlorophyll Venusaur, holding a life orb, just for that maximum damage. Sleep Powder, let's say in the Sun, our Venusaur outspeeds everything. We've got 220 speed EVs, just so that we creep. I think we creep. What do we creep? We creep. Let's have a look at this. We creep. We creep the Mega Caesar. We creep the Mega Caesar outside of the Sun. But in the Sun, we outspeed everything. Max special attack, modest nature, and the rest just for a bit of bulk in our HP. Obviously, Venusaur's a bulky one anyway, but the little bit of bulk, it's never going to go amiss. So we've gone for Sleep Powder. Obviously, again, we outspeed everything in the Sun, so we can really cripple something, especially the Latias. The Latias is the only thing that walls this team, this Mon, sorry. Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, and HP Fire for the Caesar. The Mega Caesar obviously is a problem on any matchup, but specifically it is a massive threat to our Diancie. Obviously, a Bullet Punch will just take that out straight away, and other than that, Mega Diancie can sweep. But anyway, we got Giga Drain. We've got mad. This thing has mad coverage. Giga Drain and Sludge Bomb, obviously 2 stab moves. Giga Drain gives us a bit of recovery back as well. So Sleep Powder, we can just put. Ideally, we'll be able to put asleep the Latias. So Latias he's got on the counter if he decides to try and switch in on a Giga Drain or a Sludge Bomb. We're not going to reveal the hidden Power Fire too early. The thing is, I want to get rid of the Caesar because if I'm just going to skip ahead. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to skip ahead to Mrs. Balboa. Mrs. Balboa, we are going proper offensive. Normally, it's pretty standard to carry Protect on a Mega Diancie, purely because of the speed boost not being taken into account on the first turn of Mega Evolving. So normally, Diancie has a pitiful speed, whereas here, it would help if I actually saved my spread. Whereas here, it gets 350 speed, which is ridiculous. Well, not ridiculous, but it's a lot higher. So that's why you normally protect on the Mega Evolve, and so that you can, so you know that you're going to outspeed. We're not bringing Protect. We are not bringing Protect. It's risky, but basically we wanted to bring Moonblast, I wanted to bring Earth Power, and I also wanted to bring Diamond Storm for the Tornadus. He's got a Tornadus on his team. And I couldn't decide which two to bring because and I wanted to run Rock Polish, because if I can get Rock Polish up, and the minute we speed tie with the Latias, and we're outsped by the Dugtrio, which is obviously a massive problem. The Dugtrio can come in and trap us. That was something that was very prominent in my mind when prepping this team. So the Dugtrio and the Tornadus. With the Rock Polish up, we outspeed everything by far. And basically, so yeah, the Rock Polish that gets us up, and a Moonblast or an Earth Power or a Diamond Storm to anything will take it out. Basically, we have coverage for everything on this team. And the only problem being the Mega Caesar, which is why I want to get rid of the Mega Caesar as quickly as possible, just because there's nothing that I can't set up with Mega Diancie until the Caesar's gone, because Bullet Punch will just it'll KO me. We're 4 times weak to steel. It's Mega Caesar, you know, we're not living it. So that's why we need to get rid of the Caesar. That's why I'm running HP Fire on the Venusaur. And that's why we've also got Bedarazzi here. Bedarazzi. Venusaur is Rumpelstiltskin. Ninetales is Bedarazzi. Not a load of Ninetales, just plain old Ninetales. Drought, Heat Rock, setting that Sun up for 8 turns, letting that Venusaur potentially sweep his team. The Venusaur is capable of doing that. Bedarazzi is 9. It's 9 in Basque. That's a region in Spain, France, somewhere like that. It's like French, Spanish sort of thing, I think. As far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, we're running Fire Blast, Solar Beam, Raw, Toxic. Obviously, Solar Beam in the sunlight, just 1 turn will take it out. Do a lot of damage. Looking at his team, the Slowking is a problem. The Slowking obviously is such a bulky mon. Solar Beam will take that thing right away. Gigalith there, Electros, and the Dugtrio as well. We won't live an Earthquake from a Dugtrio, that's the thing. But if he wants to try and predict him coming on a Fire Blast, maybe. That's the thing. Dugtrio is mainly a revenge killer, so that's why I've got to be really careful about what I actually kill his mons with. If he doesn't bring Dugtrio, I'll be the happiest man alive, even though I've prepped so hard for it. But in terms of EV spread, guys, we've gone for 136 in the speed, gives us, with Timid Nature as well, gives us 297 speed, allows us to outspeed the Nidoking, because then I think a Solar Beam would take out the Nidoking. Fire Blast is going to do, it's our stab move, it's going to do a lot of damage. Raw and Toxic, purely because they're going to be annoying for the Latias. Other than that, because otherwise, again, the Latias, same with the Venusaur, it does wall us completely. There's nothing we can really do against it. So that's why Toxic obviously puts it on a timer, and we can roar it out as well if it decides to start setting up Carmines or something, which obviously wouldn't be good for us. Moving on, we have got Sorry Not Sorry, the Jirachi. There's so many different things you can do with this mod. There's so many different things, and it's so good. It does add to our ground weakness. We do have a ground weakness in this team. Hence why we've gone for a Shucker Berry. 136 speed EV. So again, just so that we speed creep the Nidoking. And it allows us to put a lot of bulk in special defense. Now, a Draco Meteor from Latias does 25%. Surf does like 10%, same as what's the other move? Can't remember. It does like 10%. So this thing walls Latias completely. So this is our Latias answer. An Iron Head, we're max attack, so Iron Head is going to hurt. Thunder Wave, again, just to cripple any offensive threats, particularly the Tornadus, just because obviously it's so quick, so fast. We can. I don't think we'll T-Wave the Latias. It depends on the situation. We can T-Wave the Latias, because then it doesn't speed tie with Mega Diancie. Mega Diancie can sweep. Obviously, I brought Toxic for the Latias as well. But again, it depends on the situation of the game. That's why I've got both. And obviously, Thunder Wave is just such a powerful thing to have, just because we can gain so much momentum from it. I'd say obviously we can't Toxic the Mega Caesar. If we can paralyze it, then that might end up giving us an advantage further down the line. Hacks are a thing in this game, obviously. Stealth Rocks, just because rocks are important. With Tornadus being a prominent pivot. U-turning all over the place, it will take 25% from rocks, so it limits how many times it can actually pivot around, which is nice. Obviously, it's got Regenerator, but it's going to take 25% each time it comes in, So it will just make it a little bit easier to knock out. And we've got the Ice Punch as well. This is primarily from the Nidoking. So we've got Shuckleberry just because we outspeed the Nidoking. So if the Nidoking decides to switch in on us, then we outspeed, we can get an Ice Punch off. It does about 50%. It Okos the Dugtrio as well. So I think we live a hit from the Dugtrio if it's not Banded or Life Orb. If it's Focus Sash, that's obviously going to be a problem as well, because it will obviously outspeed us and get a thing, but I can't see it being Focus Sash. Possibly Scarfed. Panther might be Scarfed. Again, just to in case our Jirachi is Scarfed, just try and outspeed us. But an Ice Punch, I think, or an Iron Head actually. Both of them, I think, Oko the Dugtrio. So Dugtrio is a problem. But mainly the Ice Punch again and the EV spread that we've got is to just outspeed that Nidoking, get an Ice Punch off, maybe get a Freeze off. That'd be nice. And then if he does go for an Earth Power, we do live with a Shuckleberry, and we can go for another Ice Punch or Iron Head and finish it off. So the Nidoking is kind of dealt with there by Jirachi. I think that's everything on the spread. Yeah. Moving on, we've got Shrinkage, the Rotom Wash, holding the leftovers, Levitate ability, gives us some ground immunity, which is much needed, obviously. We didn't bring U-Turn on the Jirachi. That's something that I thought about doing, just because we can Volt Turn all over the place and gains loads of momentum. A standard defensive Rotom here. This thing is going to be bulky as fuck. It's not going to take any offensive physical attacks. We've got Will-O-Wisp, again, crippling those offensive threats. This thing is the best Caesar answer that we have. Probably one of the best in the game. So again, the Will-O-Wisp will shut down that Caesar completely, as well as any of the other physical attackers that he has. The Breloom, the Aromatisse, no, not Aromatisse, sorry. The Dugtrio, we're not really going to be looking to Will-O-Wisp with Dugtrio because a Hydro Pump is going to take it out. Again, Volt Switch just for momentum, Hydro Pump and Pain Split for recovery. And obviously it will bring down whatever it's against as well. So really standard set there, not much to say about it. It is our answer to Caesar and we can pivot around it as well. So that's really, really handy to have. Moving on, the last one is Green Lantern's Light. If you don't know what that reference is, go check out our previous APA Season 4 videos because Green Lantern's Light came through for us. Standards, again, it's another standard set here. We've got a few weird ones lying around this team, but this is a pretty standard set for a Cloyster. White Herb, Skill Link, Shell Smash. We're going to Shell Smash up, Icicle Spear, Ice Shard, Rock Blast. In terms of EVs, actually, we haven't gone max speed because we don't need to. We've got 48 speed EVs, so that with a Shell Smash, we outspeed everything on his team. So there's no need to have any more speed EVs than that. We're still Adamant Nature, so we've got the highest attack possible, and the rest of our EVs have been put into HP. So we've got a little bit of bulk there as well. But Icicle Spear, Ice Shard for the Dugtrio. We can just come in once the Dugtrio is in. If the Dugtrio decides to revenge kill one of our Mons, then we can just come in and Ice Shard to take it out, no problems at all. And Icicle Spear and Rock Blast, I'm pretty sure takes out everything else on this team. Takes out Latias, Breloom, Nidoking. The Slowking should go down to a Rock Blast. Aromatisse, no problem. Gigalith, no problem. Mega Caesar, absolutely no problem. A Bullet Punch might hurt us, I'm not sure how much it does exactly. Tornadus T would go, Electros would go, Porygon Z, no problem at all. So again, I like this team that we've built. Again, massive thanks to Panther for helping me build it. Just because we've got so many ways to sweep. We've got Mrs. Balboa, who is obviously, Mega Dowty is such a threat anyway. With Rock Polish, Light Speed, anything. The only problem to that is the Mega Caesar, so we do need to make sure that the Mega Caesar is gone before we even attempt to bring Mrs. Balboa into action. The Cloyster Shell Smash setup, game over. That's game over, as far as I'm concerned. The last 3 games that I've played with it, it's been game over. So no problems there. Shrinkage obviously is our defense. Veterazzi helps Venusaur set up. With the synthesis, or not synthesis, the chlorophyll so that double speed, it's going to outspeed everything and just be able to sweep. Again, the only problem with this is the Latias. So the Miss Balboa and Rumpelstiltskin are two. They're going to help each other out a lot this game, just because Latias is the problem for Venusaur, Miss Balboa deals with that, and Caesar is the problem for Miss Balboa, and Venusaur deals with that with HP Fire. And other than that, I think I'm really hyped. I'm really hyped for this game. I'm really confident that we can win it. So hopefully, fingers crossed that we can. That's this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure you check out the battle video, which is going to be uploaded tomorrow. And that's what I've got to say. Thank you for watching, guys. I've been EliteFourDan. Peace.